What's up guys, welcome back to the next video in learning Python. My name is QTS Danny and you guys watching my channel Koraiwood. In this video we're going to show you guys what is nested for loop. We've seen the for loop, we've seen while loop, we've seen the break and continue, and we've seen the break and continue with for loop, but we haven't seen the nested for loop. As I said to you guys in the previous video, that in this video we're going to show you guys what is nested for loop. And nested for loop is very powerful, awesome, beautiful, and you guys can do a lot of things with the nested for loop. So it's a loop just like if statements and nested if statements. Say we put a if within if within if. So for example, we put a if boolean, then we put a if, another one is just like a letter, and we put a if within if within if. You guys can put 100 ifs till you guys get dizzy. So that's nested for loop works exactly like that one, but it's very awesome. You guys can make a multiplication table, you guys can make a pattern, you guys can make anything with this one. You guys can design tree, or you guys can design a lot of things, and I'm going to show you guys in this video with how we're going to make the multiplication table, and the next video how we're going to make pattern with the nested for loop, because this is a loop within loop. Say in multiplication table, you guys can have a say number this side, you have then your operand, then you have another number here, say here, then you have say 9. Okay, so this guy here, the first one is gonna cover this gonna loop whatever loop from keep in mind for loop, we're gonna iterate till you get to the up to the number. Say if you guys wanna say 10 by 10, you guys need to put 11. You guys, if you put a 10, you guys get till 9. So and then this guy here is gonna take care of this side, and the last ones is we're gonna multiply that I multiply j. That's how we're gonna get the number. Okay, it's very easy, only 3-4 lines. And if you come here and it says for I, you don't have to put I, you guys can put a b, or you guys can put any number x y z, whatever you guys want to put for I, because I in mathematics is imaginary number, so we just go with I in range. If you look in here, range, and what's the range? We go from 1 all the way to 11, because it's up to the 11 but not included, because if you guys want 10, you guys need to put 11. And as I said, if you remember from the first video, we said that with the for loop you guys need to put it, but it's not included. So if you guys want to put 10 by 10 multiplication table, you don't need to put say 10, you guys need to put 11. Okay, and then we put a for j in range. And what's for j in range? You guys put the same, so you guys can put a 1 till 11. So you can look in here, we are putting both sides of the multiplication table. Left side we're putting from 1 to 10, and this side we're putting 1 to 10 as well. Now we're gonna come here and we're gonna put print, and your print's gonna be first. You guys need to put your format for literal string, then you guys gonna put a, now you guys tell me, we're gonna put I, and then we put a multiplication sign, and then we're gonna put a equal to, and then we're gonna put a j. All right, and here, and where the engine of our code is gonna be here, we're gonna put I is gonna be multiply j. How easy is this? Now you guys tell me, with just the 3 lines in Python, you guys create the biggest multiplication table of 10 by 10. And when I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna show you guys. So now our multiplication is done. So is okay. So now we're gonna save, and we go on nested for loop, because this program name is nested for loop, and we're gonna run, and we're gonna see our multiplication table. Alright, so now if you look in here, the first one is 1 by 1 all the way here till 10, and we're coming on the second loop 2 by 1 2, 2 by 2 is 4, 2 9, 2 by 9 is 18, 2 by 10 is 20. That's the second one. Then we're going to come here, that's the third one. 3 by 1 is 3, all the way to 3 by 10 is 30, and we're coming on the fourth one. The fourth one is 4 by 1 is 4, and all the way to 4 by 1 10 is 40. That's the 41s that were loop, and come here by 5 all the way to 50. If you look in here, 5 1 is 5 5 2 10, 5 3 15, 5 8 is 40, 5 10 is 50. Alright, so now we're gonna come here and we say 6 1 is 6, all the way 6 10 is 60. Now we're gonna come here and all the way to say 7 10 is say 70. Then we're gonna come here and that's our 8 multiplication table. That's a 9, and that guy is a 10. How easy is this with Python? And looking here, we have done it in a fraction of the millisecond. So Python gave us this multiplication table. You guys can do this one from 1 to 20 if you want. You guys can do from 1 to any number you guys want. So with the 3 line of code in Python, that's the power and beauty of the Python. You guys look in here with just the 3 line of 4 nested for loop. So that's the 2 line, and here you guys can put in your format, you guys can put in your I. Keep in mind this is only works with Python 3.8. If you look in this corner, if you can see here, I have a Python 3.8. This is with a Python 3.5. But if you don't have Python, if it doesn't work, you guys can if you have running Python 2, or you're running Python 3 or 3.3 or 3.4, but not 3.6 or 3.8, which is here at the right corner of my screen, because I'm running Python 3.8, then you guys need to do this way. So you guys can do it print. Say you guys can put as 0 multiply. Say you guys can do your multiplication. You guys can put a 1, and you guys need to put it here. You guys need to put a I j, and then you guys need to put I multiply j. I learned Python like 7-8 years ago, and when I learned that was Python 2.7. It wasn't Python 3.8. That was so at that time Python didn't have this format. So if you guys wanted to do format, you guys need to do just like a format, like putting format. That's how you guys gonna do formatting, and Python changed that. So that's how you guys used to do this. We used to do this, and I think you used to do format here like that. So if you put I, then j, then I multiply j. So that's how Python used to work with the multiplication table, but Python has changed that. So instead of doing this, now Python just put an F here. You guys need to put a format, and you guys can put all your variables here and all your multiplication here. So if you guys now look this very easy. So I'm gonna comment that. I'm gonna see if this is still gonna run on Python 3.8, and we're gonna put a 0 1 ij. I don't think it's gonna run, but we try. We're gonna get an error. Oh yeah, it still runs. You guys look in here, it's still running, and I'll run again, and if you look in here, it still runs beautifully. So okay, so that was years ago, and I used to do like this way. But now if you look in here, the only problem here, we are not getting number. So we are not getting here we have putting here I multiply j. So I multiply j. Okay, so we're going to run again. So if you guys look in here, it's not doing the I multiply j. Okay, so I need to put something here. Okay, so I'll see now. I'm getting error 0 1. I'm gonna put 2 for example, a number here, and I'm gonna run. Okay, I am getting okay. So if you guys look in here, I am getting all these numbers with the old Python. So 1 by 1 is 1. So we're gonna come here, and 2 by 2 is all the way to 20, and now here with 3, and 3 here by 10 is 30, and now we come here by 5 is all the way to 50. Then we have a 7, then we have a 8, we have a 9, and the last one we have a 10. Okay, so if you have a Python which is not 3.8 or less, you guys can do this way, and this is where it's perfectly fine. But this way is a lot easier. If you guys look in here, then you guys, if you guys compare this guys here, so I just want to put something for indentation. Okay, so if guys decide which way is easier for you, so if you look in here that we have put our format here, then we put I, then we put a J, I multiply J, or if you guys look in here, but keep in mind you guys need to put integer in here, because Python expect you guys to put some sort of integer here. And now we put a format, and our format's I is going to be here, J is going to be here, and I multiply J is going to be here. That's going to be your result, which is this guy is here. This guy is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So this guy is going to be here. So that's how it's going to work. But I leave it up to you guys. Whichever guys you guys feel okay, you guys can leave it. Otherwise, you guys don't want to leave it. It's up to you. But this is the multiplication table in Python. And you guys can look that with just 3.3 lines of code, we have bring the nested for loop. We have printed the multiplication table. And if you don't have a Python 3.8, just go on python.org and look for 3.8, because 3.8 is the latest version. But if you don't have the 3.8 latest version, 3.3, or you have 3.0 or 2.7, you guys do this way, the bottom, because this is not going to work. This is going to only work with 3.6. If you have a Python above 3.6, in my case I'm running Python 3.8, that's how I'm going to get. But if you guys don't have, as I said, with the old Python, I used to do this way, and that was Python 2.7 I believe. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.